Just look at my amazing quiff going on today. I had a bath. I got it out. That's how I didn't get it out. I mean, right. So yesterday, I got tea. Tea is the fuel for any review. Yesterday, I tried to film this and it didn't go very well. And I kind of worked out the bit that didn't go well, and I'm hoping that today I can iron out some of the flaws that we did yesterday. Today I would like to talk to you about the toy that kind of reignited me actually enjoying toys again. The second toy that reignited me enjoying toys again. Optimus Prime. Or Unique Toys Challenger, as some might call him. This thing, let's see if I can... Oh, there we go. Yep, that is... beautiful. If I just go up like that very, very slowly, you can see all the beautiful stuff going on. If I turn him around, you can see how flatly packed that backpack is. Look at that! Look at that! It's ridiculous! This is stupid! So a while ago when I was on... what was it? Zort Riders thing. And I put a thing in saying... why I like certain toys, why I don't like certain toys. It was the Beast Wars one. If you look up his Beast Wars one, where he said, do you like or do you not like Beast Wars? One of the things that I didn't like about Beast Wars is I like car parts. I like seeing the junk of the car hanging off the robot, which makes it feel like it's transforming into something. That's one of the things that I like. Now, that is a total and utter irony for the fact that I love this toy as much as I love this toy, because there is no car junk. Just think about it for a minute. The only thing that's showing are the smokestacks on the back. And the smokestacks on the back are the smokestacks for the truck mode, okay? Apart from that, where is the discernible car junk? There isn't any. There are no wheels. There's nothing. All right, yes, he's got massive, great big calves on him, which become, well, you'll see in a moment. So there's only two bits. On the chest... you can see the little silver bits on the chest, which I'm going to press the button here. The little silver bits on the chest are supposed to be the doors of the truck mode in like the CGI version, because they are door handles. That's one of the only bits you can see. On the actual toy itself, if you look underneath, well, you're going to have a pretty good idea of what that's going to turn into. But I would say... I'd say that's fucking lovely. That is just such a good toy. So let's do some of the boring stuff. His hand will go up like that. The reason that is nice is because he will hold his sword. His forefinger will bend there, and then it will bend there, and then all the other fingers are on a 3-peg together and then bend there. Bobby Skullface is right. I'm watching Bobby Skullface at the moment. I kind of turned Bobby off for a little while because it all got a bit samey, and then I've started watching again because he's now doing sit-down Saturdays. And I think the worst thing about sit-down Saturdays is that I didn't bloody think of it. I'm really enjoying sit-down Saturdays. If you're not watching Bobby Skullface, definitely go and watch his sit-down Saturdays. They're very interesting, they're very thought-provoking, and you should go and just soak some in and have some input for a little while. The elbow will go up like that, which is way past 90 degrees, and then there's a little bit down there that will come in to sort of, but that doesn't really do anything. That's fine. The head will go up that far, down that far. It will rotate left and right. The joint is very, very stiff. The ears, can you go? That little click noise? That little click noise is the button in the ear to make the lights come on. The lights look amazing. However, I've yet to find batteries that don't damage the toy. I've really forced some in there to make the lights come on, and then it bent the plastic, and I've taken them out subsequently. So one day I will find the right batteries to put in the ears to make the lights. These will move like this, which is nice, okay? These will move. So let's get this right. The pauldrons on his things there are on springs. So if you go like that, they will always spring about, which means when you push his hip up to the side, there's loads of space left. But he's got quite good motion. If you get that out of the way, he will go all the way up like that, which is lovely. He will go all the way forward like that, so he can do the can-can, which is beautiful. And he will go quite a way backwards if you remove the back skirt thing like that, which is good. He will have a great big 90-degree on the knee. The knee joint is in a very funny place. I saw a photo of someone doing a very good hero pose with him yesterday. I've tried for quite some time to recreate it and I can't make it move. It's your average action figure for sort of this sort of money pose. He does have you have a waist, does that work from there? Ab crunch. So he'll go like that, and then he'll close up, and then he'll open, and he'll close up. That's quite nice. It doesn't click in at all. That's a bit of a floppy thing on there. He does spin at the waist. I didn't think he did turn at the waist when I got him because the joint was so stiff. It was only in transformation one day that I actually just started really pushing things to see how they work, and that's how they work. Now, these bits on the shoulders have to face upwards when we're going into truck mode. Remember that. I'm going to try and go through this. I'm going to edit the shit out of this. If it's shit, I'm going to put it up anyway because I'm just trying to get back into the swing of talking about the toys that I really like. I'm also a little bit tired of watching people talk about toys that I really like. Someone said the other day we should start talking about toys that we don't like. The next review is going to be about a toy that I bought and regret because it's just not in my wheelhouse, so to speak. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just not my kind. Anyway, so let's do this. Take the hand, turn it round, move it up on that pin so it's all the way back, okay? Then we're going to turn the entire doodad here around backwards and line all that up so it's straight. Can you see all the angles that are straight? So that's backwards, okay? Lovely jubbly. Let's do the same thing over here for a moment. So we're going to spin the hand so it's up, move it up there, fold it backwards, and then turn the entire arm joint like that. Okay, it's going well. These have got to be up, yes? Under here are some little finger holes that you can get your fingers in to lift the titties up. I spent ages trying to work out how to lift the titties up. You need to work out where that thing is to make them work, okay? Like that. Pull that out. And now you've got this really nice butterfly joint here, which works for the shoulders to give him loads of articulation. But what it really does is the butterfly joint comes out. And then you're going to take this, rotate that down so it's upside down. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. So we're going to pull this out. We're going to rotate that down like that. And now you've got his arms pointing like that, the wrong way up. Okay, now the clever stuff. This is the stuff that I enjoy. We talk about the engineering that I like on toys, and this is where we start talking about the engineering that I like on toys, because we're going to lift the head up. Can you see there's a little hook inside there and a little port in there? It doesn't really work, but it holds things together just enough to get things going. Now you're going to take this, move this down. Now, inside here, let's just have a quick look inside here, see if we can get the light on it. That, oops, steady Eddie, that is the windscreen. These are the doors. It's insane. It's absolutely categorically insane. Everything is just folded inside out. These things are on hinges, which means everything rotates around itself. So what we're going to do, and I'm doing this backwards, you'll have to forgive me, but we're going to take that and pull all of that out sideways. Okay, we're going to straighten all this stuff out and get some space. And then if you watch this, this is going to all concertina out. Straighten that, straighten that, straighten that. Move that around there. And that is the entire side of the truck cab. How clever is that? That is absolutely bonkers clever. Now, the reason I wanted to get the tops of these, and I'm going to show you this now. If I turn this around, you can see how the arm is all folded up with the side of the truck, etc. So what we're going to do is straighten that out. Like, oh, that's what we've got to do. So you see these bits? You see these bits? We're going to, and I'm going to try and do this on camera, but it's not really going to work. You've got to take these and you've got to rotate them so it sits underneath the arm like that, okay? Now, when you straighten this out and you straighten this out, you start clearing all the space. It's a bit floppy when you do it like that. Yes, and now when I turn that around, you can see what we're making, because you've now got the front of the truck with the front of the truck, and all you've got to do is put that little peg into that port there, and you've started building up. Oh, no, I haven't. Okay, so this is one of the bits that I wanted to show you as well. If we lift this up, because this is the forearm, if we lift that up, this is on a spring, like that, look. And that's one of the amazing bits that starts this, that makes this toy sort of above loads of other stuff, because you're making this expand into what it needs to be. So you lift that up, okay, and now you're going to rotate this so the flames are up. Put that up in place, put that up in place, click those two together, you got the front of the truck, see? And now you're going to take that little silver peg that I was talking about earlier, push the peg into the hole like that, front of the truck, all folded up and hidden inside the body. That's absolutely mental. So let's see if I can do this one a little bit quicker. If you'll forgive me, I'm going to do it like this. So that's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. We're going to pull all of that out like that. You see how quickly that happens when you're not trying to show it on a bloody camera? You're going to keep the windscreen to the front like that. Then you're going to take the arm, flip the arm, rotate the arm, like that, push that back together. It's going to give you a nice little click. Then we're going to straighten that. Can you see what I mean about these being on top? They've got to be on top. So you're going to do that, lift that up, straighten the arm like that. See? And then that means that when you put this together, 1, 2, that's peg and port. Done. Done. Which means when you do this, you've got this massive wingy truck hanging out the front of the robot mode. Yes, because the legs are still in place. I haven't done anything with the legs at all. We're just talking about the robot mode. It's convoluted. I've probably missed loads of stuff. You've just got to go with it. That's just how it is. I'm very, very sorry. Now, the next thing we're going to do is, can you see the head? I'm going to tuck the head down into the chest cavity, and then we're going to take the blue bit that it's sat on, yank it, and all of that is going to lift out together like this. Okay, what we're going to do is take these and pull them out because they're on a little concertina joint like this. Like that. Okay, yeah? Beautiful. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn that backwards. So when I show it to you like this, can you see how we're starting to make a cubby hole for everything to start fitting together on? Now, leave these where they are for the minute and rotate this forward. And rotate this forward. Now, can you see if I lift that top piece up, can you see how having those at the top, these here, is important, because it means that all the arm articulation is facing in the right way. So what I'm going to do is just fight with those shoulder bits and get them in the right place underneath. That's better. So what we're going to do now is take all of this, because you've got ports and pegs, push that together so the front of the truck it's going to sit together like that. Push that together, push that together. Make sure all that arm gubbins is stuck together. You've got a little, can you see in here? There's a little peg and port on the arms. And all you're going to do is gently just start pushing the arm sections all together. So all of those pegs and ports line up. And now you've got what is essentially the front of your truck mode. Genius! I mean, Peru kill, genius! Whoever makes this stuff, Hasbro are probably sat there going, oh, for fuck's sake, what are we doing? So, we're going to take that down, push it into the cavity that's been left, okay? By folding these bits, you've now made the top of the truck cab there, and then you're going to push that up in there, push that up in there, which makes the top of the truck cab. So all we got to do now is rotate these round to the front. At the same time, you've got a peg there, port on the other side. Make sure the peg and port talk to each other. Whoop. This isn't easy doing it the wrong way round, so forgive me while I just push that in there. Lovely. Now you've got a tiny little bit of gap there, so you've just got to sort of finagle the front of this to get together. But because I've actually taken time to make sure this all does fit nicely, these are fitting together, this is all fitting together, it's not popping apart. All you've got to do is push that top cab down inside that gap, like that, and now you've got a nice flat bit, so everything's starting to come together. This is going much better than yesterday, and it's only 14 minutes. By this point yesterday, I'd already sort of been going 20 minutes and hadn't even got the top of the cab together. Now, so underneath, this is what you've got. Can you see how nice big bit of space going on? Up the top, you've got 2/3 of the transformation done already, and we've only just got there. Now, my favourite thing is, this bit is the collarbone of Optimus Prime. This bit is not the collarbone of Optimus Prime, it's the back of the truck. So the top is the back and the back is the top. I mean, that's just turning it inside out again. It's absolutely loony. I bloody love this thing. And do you know what? The transformation isn't as scary as you think it's going to be. It sort of follows beautifully with what you're going to do. You just need to have a little bit of bravery. Don't push anything so it feels like it's going to break, and you will be all good in the hood. So these panels in here are pegged in. All you've got to do is lift that little bit up. You can see the pegs inside. That will give you space to open the entire leg mechanism like that. Yes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open that like that. Give us some space. We're going to lift that up like that. We're going to take the big calves that I said on the back, which I didn't really want to spoil of what they are. But if you lift that up and then we rotate this like that, that's going to come out there, which is going to start making the front of the truck mode. Okay, this is going to go down like this. This, you've got to turn up the other way, like that. Push it hard and it will just peg in, so it gives you lots of space. That is then going to go down like that, and we're going to start making the front of the truck mode. But we're backwards, can you see? So what we need to do at this point is, you've got a big metal piece in there. You can see it shining because it's metal, right? See, that is going to come forward like that, look, which is going to start giving you a place to put the back. So now you've got the back wheels up the front by the cab. So what you're going to do is take the hips and spin the hip all the way around on this great big joint like that, which now means the back is the front and the front is the back. So let's do that on the other side right now, and let's start making ourselves some space to do this. Pull that up like that, push that in like that, get these out of the way, and we are cooking on gas. There. Now, can you see all that's pushed up together? And then we've got this sort of Y-shaped concertina bit upside down. Let's get this one leg done. So you've now got the wheels at the right end. So what we're going to do is you've got this big peg here and a big port there. So you're going to put the pegs and the ports together. So let's just, I'll do this quickly. Pop that, pop that. While this is down, you need to take that flap up and you need to raise that wheel up there, which is going to open on this hinge here, and start moving everything out the way of itself so you can start putting the front of the truck together. It's hard getting all of this on camera and doing it so you can see it. So what we're going to do is take the peg and the port that we spoke of earlier, push them together. The number one thing you need to do, everything you need to do from here, and it is very difficult to get it on camera, but I need to see inside what I'm doing. There, can you see that? You've got that peg and port, and you need to squeeze that together. Everything on the bottom half of the truck relies about those two peg and ports being stuck together nicely. Okay, now we're going to fold these down inside themselves. So you just got the flames. Okay, now you've got, let's do this side first, shall we? So we unfolded this earlier. We unfolded that earlier, so that's now going to straighten up. We're going to make the front of the cab. Okay, this bit can be a little bit scary. Just breathe, it's all good. So we're going to take the front of this, we're going to lift it all the way up, okay, and then this is where, this is the heel of Optimus in robot mode. So what we're going to do is take that, put that in position like that, push that all in place. Fold that down, turn that around, lift that out. My God, that's hard. And every time I do it, I'm just sort of getting it right in my own head. Take the foot, fold the foot up inside. Don't want to scratch the paint, but there's plenty of room for everything to go nicely like that. That means on this edge, you can push the legs back together, which I did a moment ago because I said that's the important bit, and then cocked it all up. So you got all of this, fold that around like that. You've got a peg on the inside of this panel here and a port on the inside of that panel there. That peg and port are going to peg together. This is a bit of a difficult one because you've got to get the hips correct. There, see? Now you're building the side of the truck. I'm rubbish at doing this, but I just enjoy doing it. So shut your face and like, comment and subscribe. I would like to have 1,500 subscribers by Christmas, and I'm starting to make videos again, and it does matter and it doesn't matter, because it's not the end of the world. It would just be nice. Now, can you see all of that is pushed together? You're going to take that, fold that up, squeeze that in place, bring the front down, and now you're going to have more pegs and ports, and this is where the front of the truck is going to start holding together, because if you peg all the pegs and ports together, everything starts to fit. Why isn't that going as nicely as I would like it? That's stuck together. You got one half of the truck. Okay, there's some gaps, but trust me, when you get the other side going. So let's see if I can do this side a bit more gracefully. That's never going to happen, is it? I don't even feel bad about it. So you're going to fold that up so the back wheels are in place. You're going to fold that up. You're going to fold that up. Peg and port system again. That's going to come out, okay, like that. Leave that flapping about all over the place up there. Hold that together so you can understand how it's going to go, because it will give you some context. Here, we're going to take that, fold that up. You're going to take this, rotate. No, we're not. You take that, fold that up. Okay. Then we're going to lift that out of position like that. And then we're going to rotate all of that down so it becomes the front of the cab. But I've done it backwards. It needs to be the other way round. So we're going to go back up to make some space. We're going to rotate that like that. Whoop. So now can you see the angle of this meets the angle of this, which means when you rotate it round, it becomes the front bumper of the truck mode, yes? Fold the foot up, and then if you pull that down ever so slightly, there's a hinge for it to move on, so you can move this up and round, push that in. Thank God that went much better than the other one. This has gone much better than yesterday. This is a terrible, terrible toy to try and explain gracefully, because you just have to keep moving it around, which the camera doesn't like. There are a million reasons why. Bad workman always blames his tools. So we're nearly there like that. Push that into that port that we spoke about earlier. Now it's all starting to fit together nicely. Push the foot up, because you need to have the feet together to make as much space as you need. When you push those together now, you've got ports and pegs. Can you see the peg and the port? So push the peg and the port together with a little space to put an Autobot logo. I've never seen a sticker small enough to put in there. Quite like one. Need to talk to Toy Hacks maybe. Not talk to them. I've got loads of Toy Hacks stuff around. There. And then all you're going to do, you see that doesn't all fit together quite nicely. But when you just start shoving stuff and getting things in the places that they need to be, that's going to go forwards. That's going to go forwards. There's a slot there and a port all over the place. So you're going to push the port into the slot like that. Lift that down a little bit. Just start pushing stuff around so it all fits together. And now we are 99% of the way there. I'm not quite sure. Happy with how that's fit together. There's definitely an extra port there. Let's take that out and do that again. Up until now, if that's the worst bit that happens today. So you've got a hole underneath there, and you've got a peg on the top there. So you've got to go up and then down, push it together, and then push the port in on the side. Now, there. Okay, the only bit that's a pain in the arse are these silver clips that are supposed to clip into the bonnet, and they struggle a little. They do pop out quite a lot. However, that is Optimus Prime in truck mode. Let's pop that together. Now, the thing that I said, front is the back and the back is the front. Remember this thing that's the collarbone? Okay, so that's on a sliding hinge like that. So you pull that out as far as you can, and then there are pegs there and ports on the inside, and you've just got to squeeze one over the other, place the pegs in the ports, push them down so it makes a nice little click sound, and now you have Optimus Prime in truck mode. We're at 26 minutes plus me gabbling on and getting it wrong and stuff like that. The coolest thing about this by a country mile is if you dig in here, I might have to get an implement to do it, but the doors for the truck mode, whoop, bosh, you can open these doors. I mean, he can open his doors. When you think of what now, it's not fair to compare Hasbro to all of this other stuff. There you go, doors open, okay? Collarbone becomes the back of the truck. Yes, that's where so the back of the bot mode is still the back of the thing here, which is amazing. I have forgotten to do something inside. There are spaces to fill that out, and I've forgotten to turn them around. But at this stage, I'm not going back and doing it again. They're a bit scary when you move them. They just fold out nicely. That doesn't matter. I still... Okay. The wheels have got rubber tyres. The chrome on here is absolutely fantastic. The chrome on here is absolutely fantastic. Underneath, it's not too much of a robot folded up. Yes, all right, these are the thighs. These don't look like feet. This doesn't look like arms. They don't actually look like feet. That just looks like you're filling up the space inside the cab. This is an absolute... This is genius. This is a work of genius. Now, here we have the biggest problem with my collecting in general for a while. This is my Optimus Prime. The amount of people that go on for ages and ages and ages and just drone on boringly about their first Optimus Prime and how he shouldn't have murdered people and stuff like that. War is hard. If you're at war for 1,000,000 years as the leader of a faction, war is going to be doubly hard because in the war lasts for 4 or 5, maybe 6 years, and in 4 or 5 or maybe 6 years, people go nuts in war, don't they? Yes, people do all sorts of stuff. There are films about it. You've seen them, okay? Optimus Prime has been doing what he's been doing forever. So people get killed, and he's killed other people. He killed Fraser. He killed Megatron. He killed people. G1 Optimus Prime, he doesn't kill people. We'd rather talk it out. That is not how the world works. I know I'm jaded. Tough shit, I don't care. This is my Optimus Prime. Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime is my Optimus Prime. I love this as much as a man can love a toy. I absolutely think it's beautiful. If you want to, you can take these bits and put them on the back. If you want to know what these bits look like, I've already done an unboxing video, but they will go on the back if necessary. It looks absolutely horrible. I don't recommend you do it. If you're going to display it like this, well, frankly, you're bonkers because you don't buy this toy to put it in this mode, even though this mode is beautiful. Look at that chrome. You can see the camera a little bit in it, look. Oh, my name has been smsno. There's no one anymore. I've wanted to do that toy review for ages. And I'm just really trying to get back into the swing of doing it. We're just about to hit 30 minutes. I'm going to turn this off. I love you all. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about it. The word for the end of it's yellow cone. End of the video. If you got this far, yellow cone in the talkie box downstairs.